Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and today is Thursday, March 27th. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. A late-night shooting at a shrimp pond in Pa Khlok on Tuesday night has prompted Thalang police to arrest and charge a Thai national with attempted murder, among other charges. It all took place shortly before 11 p.m. on Tuesday in the Mu 3 area of Pa Khlok, as police arrived on the scene to find a 28-year-old Thai national lying injured with a gunshot wound above his right ankle. A 36-year-old Thai national, identified as Wacharapong Wongsuwanon, was waiting at the scene for police nearby and claimed he opened fire after discovering that the other man was trespassing on his property, allegedly to steal from the shrimp pond on the land. Wacharapong also told police that he believed he saw the other man carrying an object resembling a gun. Rescue workers provided treatment on site before taking the injured man to Thalang Hospital. Police say that Wacharapong admitted to firing the shot that injured the victim, and he was arrested and charged with attempted murder, illegal possession of a firearm, and carrying a firearm in public without permission. The investigation is ongoing. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The haze across Phuket is continuing to build, with some reports marking several areas on the island reaching red levels on Wednesday, some on Tuesday. From 51 to 100, it's considered moderate, and the air quality is acceptable, but there are some pollutants that may be a health concern. However, 101 to 150 is considered unhealthy for sensitive groups, and active children, adults, and people with respiratory disease should limit prolonged outdoor exertion. 151 to 200 is considered unhealthy for everyone, and recommendations are for active children, adults, along with people with respiratory diseases to avoid prolonged outdoor exertion. Anything above 201 to under 300 is very unhealthy, and if your area hits this level, then everyone should avoid outdoor exertion. The Phuket News notes that while the haze has been plainly visible in Phuket, it has not reached reportedly dangerous levels. The haze started to accumulate 4 days ago, but reached new heights on Tuesday afternoon. On Wednesday morning, however, Swiss-based IQ Air reported a reading of 122, the orange zone, after spending over 100 much of the afternoon on Tuesday. Similarly, AQI.cn reported that Thalang town area reached red levels of over 150 at 4 different reporting times on Tuesday. Meanwhile, Kausire reached 145 and Widget reached 144. According to IQ Air, several air quality reporting stations in Phuket, operated by Thailand's Pollution Control Department, have stopped sending data. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The Casino Entertainment Complex bill has officially been approved by the cabinet in Bangkok and will now be sent off to the House of Representatives, and if passed there, will head for final approval from the Senate and His Majesty the King. Just days after answering questions about the so-called casino bill in a censure debate, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra placed the bill on the agenda for the cabinet meeting earlier today, following several delays over the past few weeks. The bill calls for the development of entertainment complexes in tourist hotspots around the country, complete with a 5-star hotel, amusement park, retail and restaurant space, as well as a convention center with 10% of the entire property set aside for a casino, and Phuket has been chosen as one of the 4 sites that would host an entertainment complex if the law comes into effect. The bill has been in the works for about 18 months since the Pheu Thai party gained the leadership of the ruling coalition, but the bill has not been without its critics. Today, one of the first dominoes leading to the development of the entertainment casino complex has fallen as the cabinet approved the latest draft of the bill. However, this version of the bill contains language that would severely limit the number of Thai nationals who would be allowed to enter. This bill has provisions that say that Thai nationals must need proof of at least 50 million baht in bank deposits, along with a 5,000 baht entry fee, something that the Finance Ministry had previously stated they would change and take out. Following the passage of the bill today, Deputy Finance Minister Julapon Amon-Vivat stated that officials today decided to submit the draft in its current form and deal with possible amendments to this requirement later, contradicting everything he said just 2 weeks ago. In addition, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra told reporters that the details of the law were not final, as Parliament would have final say. Indeed, the bill is now headed first to the House of Representatives and, if approved, then to the Senate, and if approved there, would be sent to His Majesty the King. However, protesters have been up in arms over the bill, as they're concerned over possible loopholes that would harm the country's youth and the negative effects of legalized gambling in Thailand. Earlier this week, the People's Party, leading the opposition during the censure debate against the Prime Minister, they questioned whether the bill would actually help boost tourism, as claimed by the Putai Party. The opposition is concerned that by legalizing casinos and online gambling in Thailand, it would actually prompt China to discourage its citizens from traveling to Thailand and make travel to Thailand more difficult. China is Thailand's biggest tourism source market. The president of the Association of Thai Travel Agents says that the Chinese government may indeed restrict the number of travelers to Thailand if the kingdom legalizes casinos, as Beijing considers these businesses as facilitating money laundering, citing China's response to similar legal machinations over casinos and gambling in Singapore, the Philippines, and Macau as evidence. The proportion of Chinese visitors in Macau dropped from 91.4% in 2021 to just about 70% in 2024 after President Xi Jinping instructed Macau officials over the last few years to diversify its economy and not solely rely on gambling revenue. Still, the Thai government hopes to attract at least 100 billion baht in new investment in casinos and entertainment complexes around the country and see an annual boost to foreign arrivals of 5 to 10%, while generating revenue of more than 12 billion baht a year. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Just before you break a bone.
After knocking over a grocery shop at a migrant workers camp earlier this week and making off with nearly 500,000 baht, Thalang police tracked down and detained some of the suspects. The robbery took place at about 11:30 a.m. on Tuesday at a grocery shop for a Myanmar workers camp in the Moose 7 area of Sri Sutorn. A group of individuals arrived wearing full-face helmets and armed with knives. They tied up the shopkeeper, a 45-year-old Myanmar woman, and ransacked the place, stealing just under 500,000 baht in cash and valuables, mostly gold jewelry, before fleeing the scene. Using CCTV, Thalang police were able to identify all 4 suspects, all 4 Myanmar nationals. At about 9:15 p.m. on Wednesday, authorities were able to arrest 2 of the suspects, Hae Min Tik and Zin Ko. They were taken into custody and transferred to Thalang police station. Police are now working to apprehend the 2 remaining suspects wanted for the robbery. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. A charge of reckless driving while intoxicated is being handed down to a Russian man after he was caught driving a car with his wife and kids hanging out of his moving vehicle on the Gamala Patong Road. The Russian national, who was not identified by Gamala police, was spotted in a red sedan along the Gamala Patong Road at about 7:30 p.m. Tuesday night. Officers observed that a child was sitting in the rear window behind the driver, while a woman and another child stood inside the vehicle, emerging from the sunroof. Gamala police stopped the vehicle and inspected the car. Reports say they detected the smell of alcohol on the driver, and the breathalyzer test later confirmed he had a BAC level of 0.068, exceeding the legal limit. Initially, the driver refused to provide his identification documents, leading police to file charges against him. Police at Kamala Police Station confirmed that the suspect was a Russian national traveling with his wife and 2 young children, and the suspect was charged with driving under the influence and reckless driving. At last report, the man remains in custody pending further legal proceedings. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. We really appreciate you joining us here today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.